Hello, welcome to the Northern Monkeys Cricket Show. Day 3 of the first test out in India for England. We're going to go through the highlights of it. Myself and Mick with you again today.
Hello.
A pretty solid day, England's day again, Mick.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've just about taken out of the game a win for India, unless they bat incredibly well for these last 4 wickets. But I just can't see. I think the only option now is a draw or an England win, depending on how we bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Not many runs added overnight. Only 23 runs added for England overnight, but that didn't really matter. We probably already had the runs on the board, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we had enough. It was just anything else that we got this morning were a bit of a bonus. And as you said, we didn't really add too many, did we? It was all about the bowling from this morning onwards, really, from the start of play. And we didn't do too badly, did we, really, to be fair?
No, I wouldn't have said so. Both openers gone pretty cheap. We've got the scorecard at Rohit Sharma, only 6 off 9. Shubman Gill, 29 off 28, so scoring pretty quickly. But again, Jofra Archer gets those 2 wickets, Mick. They're not particularly. It didn't. I'm not going to say he didn't earn them because that's probably a bit harsh. But India helped him get those wickets. Put it that way.
Yeah, I think they did. I think the top order for India will be very disappointed with themselves, to be honest. I mean, obviously Pujara got a start, got 73, but he needed to kick on. But I think, like I say, they helped him out, didn't they? Let's be fair.
Yeah, they did a bit. Obviously, Bazham and Pujara 73 off 143. That's what happened in England's innings. You had a couple of people on 70s and 80s, but then because you had somebody else who went massive, it don't really matter that they didn't get the big runs because
no, absolutely.
Who got that. It was just a matter of topping it up. For India to get Kohli 11 off 48 for Don Bess is, well, we talked about this in the preview of the entire series. He's the key to nailing India down, obviously. Yeah,
I mean, he's absolute world-class batsman, and he's absolutely up there. So if you can get him cheaply, you're always going to. Not only have you got him out cheaply, and he's not going to score runs, it has an effect on the rest of the team as well. It has an impact psychologically on the rest of the team, and that's that appears to be what's happened. Only Pant really kicked on, and then we had a bit of a rush of blood, didn't it, and sent one straight down the throat of fielder at long on. So,
he's now got out 3 times in the 90s, Rishabh Pant, and obviously we're not fully up to date on Indian cricket, but apparently this is what you get with Rishabh Pant. It's sort of a high risk player.
Yeah.
It will happen. Which, if the thing is with India, you normally have the ability for that to be fine. Because
absolutely.
Got one of the openers going 70 or 80. Pujara obviously went 70, 80. You'd expect Kohli, based his average, to get 50 or so. So then you've got that luxury of saying, Pant, right, just do what you do, mate, and we'll pick up the slack, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a wicket-keeper batsman, isn't he? And as with Josh Butler and wicket-keeper batsmen in the past, they're kind of like in football terms, they're like an impact sub, aren't they? You know what I mean? They come on and they can really make an impact on the innings, but it's generally not necessarily that important, if you like, if you lose them. But somebody else has got to go big, and unfortunately for India, this time they haven't.
Yeah. So we've done best having 4 wickets. He got 4 wickets, much better than his 5 he got in Sri Lanka, Mick. It's not a perfect performance from Don Best, but he's maturing very quickly.
Yeah. It's this learning game, isn't it? And what better place to learn game as a spin bowler than in India? Well, on a pitch that's now starting to degrade. So it's fallen into his fallen into his lap a little bit. It's not that's not the right term, but it's an ideal set of circumstances for him. And what a boost to get Kohli! What a boost for him! And it was a terrific delivery. I mean, and I don't know. It's psychologically for Dom Bess, that's going to be is a big wicket for him and for England as well, and for India.
Yeah.
So he's bowling all right. Unfortunately, Jack has had a bit of a nightmare, didn't he? But
yeah, he started to find his range, Leach, in the last 10 overs of the day.
Yeah.
At that point, Ashwin and Sundar looked pretty comfortable, so it didn't really help. But you're right about Kohli, getting Kohli out early in the Test series. What you find with these 4 and 5 match series is there are battles that open up which you didn't necessarily see forming. And if somebody can get into one of those battles with Kohli, that means they're going to get him out a reasonable amount of times.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
Dom Bess can do that because, well, he's still a very young bowler and he's still learning, and he's learning very quickly and pretty well.
It's going to have to go some to get into Kohli's head, though, isn't it?
I could say, yeah, that's very true.
One swallow and all that. He's got him out once. Get him out again, then he might start to do something, but or it might start to mean something. But at the moment, you know what Virat Kohli's like. He is absolute world class, and one little setback is not going to knock him down, is it?
No, definitely not. On to the end of the day, when Sundar and Ashwin are in, Mick, this is when England can go really aggressive and really attacking with the field in particular. And we talked about this in Sri Lanka. I think it was the first test when they were trying to get the last batsman out. They just basically stood on ropes. If you're going to concede 30 more runs for a wicket, that's fine. We've got them runs to play with. Just go aggressive and try and get them.
Well, this is what we said yesterday, weren't it? This test match is now not necessarily about runs; it's about time.
Yeah.
And having time. It's about, from an England point of view, it's about having the time to be able to bowl India out twice. Okay, and you're right. We're not aggressive enough, I don't think, in the field at times. And the difficulty, I think, from the back end of the day today, the ball was just, it was just awful. You're not going to do anything for the seamers at all. So the question is, how much do you want to take those wickets? And if you really want to get them out, then you're right. I think we should have been more attacking in the field. Runs is not, as I say, are not necessarily the issue. It's just about the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
an issue with Root's captaincy. There aren't many issues we have with him because he's been very successful. Basically, I think is one more win away from the record of wins for England captain. So he clearly has a good idea what he's doing, but it is of his captaincy of not in these circumstances not being aggressive enough.
I don't think you can criticise Joe Root as a captain at all. I mean, these are picky little things, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
And what do we know? They know the bigger picture. They've got analysts all over the place. They've got and all that experience. So I'm sure they know what they're doing. It just from an outsider's point of view, it feels, well, maybe we could push this a little bit harder.
Yeah, I agree. So we're at the end of day 3, so we have got 2 full days of cricket left. As far as there's no rain forecast, so we should have basically 2 full days of cricket. The match situation is that India trail by 321 runs and the 4 wickets left of their first innings. The follow-on, Mick, is an interesting option. Teams don't tend to take it nowadays. It's very rare that if you can take a follow-on, it's very rare that it's taken. For me, I wouldn't take it. I don't know what you think. I wouldn't take it. I'd send England into bat. England have done this in the past. You can open with Josh Butler and Ben Stokes and might say, get us a quick 100 to make it a 400 target, or 150, whatever, and then put India into bat for Nick Knight. We're talking about on commentary. Put them in for at least 4 sessions.
Yeah, I don't think. It depends how much these last 4 wickets cost, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
But obviously, if we can get them out, bowl them out cheaply, reasonably cheaply, then I don't think we should be enforcing the follow-on at all. Let's get, as you point out there, get 100, a couple of 100 perhaps. Go for it, really go for it. And you don't want to be batting last on this wicket, do you? It is starting to go down. It's starting to degrade. So yeah, I think hopefully we can get them out cheaply. New ball's going to be due very soon. So yeah, get them out cheaply, put a couple of hundred on, and let's have a good 5 sessions at them, and hopefully we can bowl them out and win the game. But it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy. I cannot see India batting the same way in the second innings. If the wicket does stay as it is, I think we've got to hope that it does degrade a little bit and start to do something.
Yeah, so it's all on the pitch. It's all on what happens with this pitch.
Yeah.
Everything says this pitch is going to get worse, and it's already not very good. So it's going to be a fascinating couple of days. I think I assume you're with me, Mick. There's no way that England can lose this game, or no way that England should lose this game.
Never say never, especially in India. But yeah, I mean, it's going to take a mammoth task from England now to lose this game. They're going to have to work really hard at it. So yeah, as I said earlier, and I think we've taken that result out of the game. The question now is, can we get it over the line and turn it into a victory? There's some work to do. A lot of work still left to do.
Yeah, 100%. So that's on England, India. I'm just briefly going to mention two of the games that were going. One's finished, one's still going. I don't know if you've seen this, Mick, today. West Indies went and beat Bangladesh by 3 wickets. West Indies needed to get 395 in their second innings in Bangladesh to win.
Good.
Somebody called Mayers, KM Mayers, on debut, got 210 off 310 balls.
Wow.
In the 4th innings of the game in the subcontinent. Which is incredible.
That'll have the statisticians giddy.
Just a bit. A hell of a West Indies took a very, very understrength team to Bangladesh. And I know it's Bangladesh, but they're not the team they were, as we've already talked about 10 years ago. They're a proper team.
Absolutely. Yeah, they are, absolutely.
That's a hell of a chase by West Indies. And same could happen in Pakistan. Pakistan had a good couple in South Africa, are sitting 127 for 1 again in the 4th innings of the game, needing another 243 to win the game. So
that's doable, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some cracking games. They're all within a very short area of each other. Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, 3 games on going all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a great little spell for Test cricket in 3 fascinating games. So I'll keep an eye on those because they look fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
So thank you all. We're back tomorrow evening to cover what will happen in day 4. There's a slight possibility there will be a result, but I would say it's unlikely. I think there's going to be a day 5. Whatever happens, I think we'll finish on day 5. Follow us on Twitter, monkeys_show. I think. Let me check.
Don't you know?
Show_northern. There you go.
All right. There you go. No mention of cricket in there at all then.
No. Or just search Northern Monkeys Cricket Show. That'll find us.
Yeah.
On YouTube, we'll just Northern Monkeys. Subscribe to the channel there. And search Northern Monkeys Cricket Show on Facebook. And you'll find it there as well. Like the page. And get involved in future ones. There's a comment section where you just type in what you think, what you want us to say, and things like that. And we'll get you all involved. Tomorrow, hopefully, there'll be more than just me and Mick. But we have some very sleepy people on our show. So that's why there's only 2 of us.
You're so sleepy or lazy. I mean, it's a thin line.
I was being kind.
Come on, Wayne, get out of bed.
Bless him. So yeah, thanks all for watching, and we shall see you all tomorrow evening for whatever happens. Cheers, Mick, and cheers everyone else.
You're very welcome.